Hello. So I just want to make a quick recording um, just about feeling stuck because I remember when I was overwhelmed and, I'll say living my worst life, um, you're in this loop and it just keeps going. And it really is that you're so overwhelmed, so stressed, like the anxiety, there's just so much piled on you that it just doesn't seem like there's an out. And I know my breaking point. I remember the one evening I came and I sat on my bed. And if you guys are overwhelmed, that high stress, high anxiety, I'm sure you've done this where you sit, whether it's on the couch, your bed, wherever it is, and you sit and you do that blank stare because you're just like, it's just difficult to believe that this is your life. And so I was doing this blank stare. It was right before getting ready to go to bed and all that. And I sat and I'm just staring at the wall. And it really was that, like, I can't believe this is my life. Like, and I remember literally thinking, this can't be how it's supposed to be. Like, there has got to be a better way. And I just, I don't know if that I know that was my turning point. I don't want to say I compare myself to hitting rock bottom, um, or whatever it might be, but I just remember thinking like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is enough. So if you're that person, you're in that cycle, you're just not enjoying life. If you were like me, honestly, like it was it was a lot bigger than not enjoying life. I don't want to say I don't want to say I hated my life because that was strong. Um, but it was something in between, right? Like I really did not like it. There was just, I have had good people, the dogs, like my literal life was amazing. I just didn't have the ability to enjoy it or see any real good. Like I knew I had it good, but I just didn't feel it because it was too much weight. It was too much, right? I hope this is making sense if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So when you're in that cycle that, you just keep waiting for the day to be over. I know I was complete survival mode. I would literally, my goal was to make it to bedtime. And when I got to my bedtime routine, I would just be so thankful I was going to bed because that meant the day was over. And then, you wake up and you're just like, okay, time to survive another day. And isn't that just ridiculous, right? Like that was my life, making it till bedtime. Like, yeah, it's just not a great way. Anyway, my point of this is just to let you guys know, like I've been there, I've done that, I get it. Like that was me. And so if you're that person, you're in that continual loop. It's like Groundhog's Day, just over and over, just looking forward to the weekend. But then the weekend you spend trying to catch up on everything you didn't get done during the week. And then you just like really want to relax, but then you're feeling guilty for relaxing because there's so much to do. And it is just this awful cycle. And so if you're feeling this way and you're just like, oh my goodness, like I just like, why? You just really have to ask yourself, is this what you want for your life? Is this how you want it to be? And this is the most painful part, guys, is to ask yourself 5 years from now, even 1 year from now, do you want this to be your life still? Obviously, the answer is no. But we never ask ourselves because when we're in that cycle, when we're in that loop, we don't want to know the answer because we know the answer is no, but that means we have to do something and we don't have the energy, the mental stamina, the capability to actually do something. Like the thought of making those changes is just so overwhelming in itself. and we're already overwhelmed. So it's just like we can't. So that's why we don't even ask ourselves those types of questions. But it is so, so important because that is the metaphorical slap in the face we need. Do you want that to continue to be your everyday, your always, right? So you really have to ask yourself, is this the life you want for yourself? And just a side note, is that the life you want for your kids? Because kids are sponges, they absorb everything, they mimic us, they learn how to live their life by watching us live ours. So when we choose to stay in that state of overwhelm, never enjoying, just this negative cycle of survival, that's how we're teaching them to live their life. So we just keep that in the back of your mind, right? So I know for a lot of moms out there, it's that, maybe you don't have it in you to change your life for you, but you do it for the little ones around you because you don't want them to live that life, right? Just little side note, little food for thought. But yeah, you really need to ask yourself that hard question. And then here's the best part though, guys. It really is simple. Like all the techniques, everything I put out there, everything I talk about is super simple. That doesn't always mean it's necessarily the easiest. I won't pretend that it's easy to make change. I was the most stubborn person ever. Like literally my calendar, my schedule was written in stone. I could not change it to save my life. Um, so I just want to say, like, guys, I did all this, I made these changes, and therefore you can too. Like, trust me, if I can do it, you can. And just do the simplest little baby step. Pick one thing that you can do. So whether that's starting to find the positive and doing some positivity exercises every day. I do have a free worksheet. If that's a place you want to start retraining your mindset. Gratitude, whether you make a boundary, a small boundary, like you wake up 10 minutes earlier and have 10 minutes of you time in the morning, whether you put a boundary in place for a coworker or a relative, like just take one thing you know will make your life better and implement that. Just start there. And then every day, you're making a positive change and you're making your life better. That's as simple as that has to be, right? Like literally, that's it. We don't want to necessarily wake up and start overhauling our life, especially if you are trying to go it alone right now. Do not make huge changes. It's too much to keep going on your own. Your bucket is already full. Keep it simple. One simple choice. And that's even maybe you just choose to, for now, just choose to park further away. Maybe you choose to take the stairs instead of the elevator. And then every time you do that good thing that is making your life better, really acknowledge you are doing a good thing. Celebrate the win. Literally, life is all about celebrating the small wins. I chose a salad over fries. You need to acknowledge that and celebrate that in the moment. And then when before you go to bed and you do a little, hey, what good things did I do today? Right. I chose a salad instead of fries. Awesome. Good job, me. Okay. We're gonna go to bed proud of ourselves and we're gonna have a great sleep. Right? Like really, really simple. But it's just all about deciding, do you want to continue what you're doing? Or is it time to make that change? And then you just one thing, just pick one thing will make your life better and make sure it's something you want. You want to have 10 minutes in the morning. You want to have a more positive mindset. You want to be someone who feels gratitude for everything in your life because gratitude is the key to literally choosing to be happy, right? You want that coworker to, you want to be able to ignore them or have that boundary in place because having a better work life will just really ease the stress. Like whatever that is, one small thing you can do, it's going to make your life better, and you really want that, right? Because if you just think, oh, I want to eat more salad, but you don't really want to eat more salad, you're not going to follow through with it, right? So, guys, I hope that helps. It's super important. The biggest, most important thing you do is deciding to make a change and sticking with it, having that firm resolve in yourself. I'm done with this. It is time. One small change. You know what? Drop in the comments if you want. I have some worksheets. I have some free stuff. If you guys are ready for change, you don't know where to start, I can share some free resources with you. Make a comment. Give me the thumbs up, guys. And yeah, I hope this helps. I hope this inspires you to make that change. The worst thing we can do is stay in the same place and do nothing. So yeah, just ask yourself, is this where I want to be 6 months, a year, 5 years from now, doing this same stuff? All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.